Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this program, and welcome, and no matter what you're watching it on, be it cable, YouTube, or
Your phone.
the NBCTC website. And welcome to another scintillating episode of, I almost said books and banter, of Porch Talk. I, of course, am the utterly strange Paul W. Marino, and my compadre here to my left and your right is the one, and thank goodness only, Eugene Michaelenko.
Greetings and hello.
So, I hope you all had a fun 4th of July. How was yours?
It was great. Let's see, I was expecting to eat hot dogs and hamburgers. Instead, I had some great desserts. A flan and some kind of a Russian cake that was filled with some kind of cheese and all. It was delicious. So I got to hike Ravens Rock the day after.
Now, what is Raymond's Rock?
Ravens Rock, it's that mountain to the right of Greylock. If you look at Greylock, it's that group of mountains, that one big mountain on the side. It's actually Ragged Mountain. Ravens Rock is part of Ragged Mountain. So.
Wow.
It was a good weekend. I didn't expect it at all. Totally unplanned.
I just stayed at home in front of the fan.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm an old coot, so.
And I ate these desserts up at Windsor Lake, in Windsor Pond in Windsor. My nephew was here from California, and he was up there. And while I was there, I even saw a bunch of other family members there. And the fireworks up there are incredible. There's people all around the lake firing off fireworks for hours on end. I can't believe how much noise they were making. But it was beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds good, because when they set them off at Joe Wolf Field, they were all sent off from one location. And I remember I was there for the Centennial fireworks, and they were spectacular, except that the last volley, they were all setting them off at the same height, and there was so much smoke, you couldn't really see them.
This was incredible. I'm amazed at how much people were spending for fireworks all along the lake. In fact, I left before they were finished. There was that many.
Well, as much fun as this is, as scintillating as this is, Joanne, would you please put the background photo in front of us? Thank you.
Ta-da!
And this is our mystery photo. If you visited my website before it was naughtily taken off the off the web by my hosting company, you have seen this photo before. So we're going to ask, what theater is this? There are several different answers that I will accept, but you have until a little before 7 o'clock to call in with your guesses. And of course, the number to call is
664-4408.
Oh my goodness, doesn't that sound wonderful? And even if you don't know, would you please call in anyway? We like to hear from our viewers. And you can say whatever you like to us. You can tell us that we are colossal idiots and should get off the air, and we'll still enjoy hearing from you. Well, I will. I don't know about you.
Sure, why not? Is there like a 2 or 3 second delay, so if they say a dirty word, it can be bleeped out?
Unfortunately, no, but it can be taken out in post-production.
Oh, okay.
All right, Joanne, thank you. There we are. So, and what, well, actually, put it up again. Thank you. Now, while you're looking at this, I want you to observe some of the incredible detail there, like those chandeliers and that incredible tin ceiling. You don't really see tin ceilings too much anymore.
Not anymore. We do have them at the Adams Library upstairs, but,
Yeah, they were so spectacular.
and look at the top of the chandeliers, they have some kind of reflecting cone, so that would amplify the light shining down.
Now, one of the answers that I will accept, well, rather, among the answers that I will accept is who built it, who occupied it last, where it was, that sort of thing.
How about when it was demolished?
It was demolished in the 1950s.
Right. That's a clue.
The first
That's a
wave
clue.
of urban renewal. All right, Joanne, back to us, please. What a shock that must be for our viewers. Oh, they're back on. Well, let's make our viewer happy again and go to the photo we have on the computer. There we go.
Ta-da.
Now, yes, we're going to finish up the Hoosick Tunnel tonight, thank goodness.
Yeah.
To tell the truth, I've forgotten whereabouts we were. I know we covered the central shaft and the disaster there.
Oh, we talked about the west shaft. We talked about the portals. We talked about trinitroglycerin, Mowbray.
Yes.
The factory where it was made. We talked about the Browns blasting caps.
Yes. Well, actually, it was more than just blasting caps. The Browns had an entire system. You know, you'd connect the blasting caps and they would all be wired to a central location so they could all be detonated at the same time. Mowbray himself had come up with a system something like that, but the engineers that were building the tunnel actually preferred the Browns equipment. And then, of course, once the tunnel was completed, they were put out of business by competitors.
But they stayed in North Adams, and what did they do here in North Adams afterwards? Did they have a business?
I'm not sure. I think Isaac may have moved away.
Well, is Will Brown, the Registrar of Deeds and the man who wrote so much about the early history of Adams?
He was the elder one's son.
Oh, okay.
And Isaac's nephew. He was also the father of Ruth Brown, who for many years was the librarian here in North Adams. And she well remembered her great-uncle Isaac and everything that he did for his brother. And interestingly enough, Isaac's very first job away from the family farm was working in the tunnel. He worked at the east portal, bringing nitroglycerin in for blasting.
Oh.
It's something he later described as the stupidest thing he ever did in his life. You know, the nitroglycerin, rather the trinitroglycerin, which is the way that Mowbray preferred to pronounce it, was packed in big square cans that when full weighed 50 pounds each. So he was walking in carrying 100 pounds of nitroglycerin.
Really? Can you? Will Brown, the Historical Society is indebted to him because he did so much work on the early deeds and the early settling lots. We still refer to him all the time. And then he went out in the 20s, he took pictures of every single one of the early settler houses in Adams. And he wrote a column for the transcript called Over Pathways of the Past. Are you familiar with that? In the 30s and 40s, and talking about, he would go down the whole town and talk about who lived on owned which lot in the whole valley. And then he used to lecture. He lectured, I know, over at the Howland Mansion about the Howland family. I think he also lectured about the Stafford Hill Monument and those people. So he's really provided a lot of information about the early history of northern Berkshire, of Adams and North Adams. We're very indebted to him.
Yes, indeed. I think he is the one who wrote the first booklet about the Mohawk Trail.
Oh, right, he did that. He was also a genealogist, and I know he wrote the genealogy for the Jenks family, and probably even the Anthony family. So he was, as a local historian, he's one of our shining knights, who should be put in the Mount Rushmore of local historians.
And hopefully someday we'll get put there ourselves.
That's right, with Will Brown.
And here is the monument to Eugene Michaelenko. And this cesspool over here, this is the memorial to Paul W. Marino.
Which is more accessible.
Yes. Feel free to make a donation to him. This isn't funny. Okay, so
so they have the date up here of 1873, and that's when the tunnel was actually completed, but not the first train did not go through for another 2 years, right? Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
It was the N.C. Munson, which was later renamed, but it was the N.C. Munson because that was who owned it.
Oh. He named, so his engine was called N.C. Munson.
Yes. And then, of course, this plaque was erected in 1973 by the Hoosick Tunnel Historical Association that eventually became the North Adams Historical Society.
And they used to have a railroad car parked in the parking lot of what is now Hotel Down Street, and they had a museum in there, I remember.
Yeah, and that exhibit went into Heritage State Park and became the foundation for their exhibit. Well, and of course the air drill was the Burley air drill, which was invented especially for use in the tunnel. Here at the west end, it was powered by steam. I'm reasonably certain of that. At the east end, it was powered by water.
Oh, right, water power, yes. It was right near a river, so on the Deerfield River, so that really worked out well. Good old Deerfield River, always making power. It's still making power today, and lots of it, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm surprised that the compressor house was demolished because once the tunnel was done, the company didn't have any reason to keep it, but it could have been sold and continued to be used to generate electricity.
Just probably wasn't profitable enough. Yeah. Back to the plaque, because we should talk about, there's those two pictures up in the upper corners. The left one, of course, is the western portal. Can you do that? Oh, perfect, yeah. And this is actually, isn't this taken from an original photograph with a train coming out and there's double tracks?
Yeah. And the east end, it's looking out of the east portal.
Oh, out, not into it? Okay, whatever.
Well, I don't know. It looks, yeah, but
No, it's got that frame. It's funny, they only put Husick on one side, not the
stop
other.
that.
Use the mouse. I think the mouse works easier, doesn't it?
Let's try
And you
that.
don't. Yeah. You taught me that like.
Yeah,
shows
we're
ago.
definitely looking out.
Oh yeah, we are. Okay. Now the signal house. You said that there actually were 6 of them.
That's right. There were 2 at each end. One was close by the tunnel mouth, and the other was across the valley. So that when the
Yeah, go
when
across
the
the valley.
engineers were sighting from signal house to signal house, they could not signal down to the valley. They'd have to signal across and then back down to the mouth of the tunnel.
And when you say signal, you mean they had a transit reading so that they would know,
Yes.
make sure that they were going in the right direction.
Yes.
And drilling accurately.
Now, an interesting thing that you can see here is that the central shaft was not really the central shaft. It had to be moved because of the position of the Cold River.
Oh.
The Cold River is actually where the middle of the tunnel would be, so they had to relocate the shaft a bit more to the west.
And the Cold River follows the Mohawk Trail for a little while, doesn't it? It comes out, I know it appears there between on the Dead Man's Curve and
Well,
then that Black Brook
No,
Road.
that's actually Manning Brook that
Oh,
comes
yeah.
down there. The Cold River was the course of the original trail, the Native American trail. They went up the west side of the mountain by seasonal trails and then went to the Cold River and followed that down into the Cold River Gorge. And when they got down to the mouth of the Black Brook, where the modern road crosses, they crossed the river too. So they were going on the opposite side from where the modern trail goes. Then, when the Hawley Road was built, Mr. Hawley went up the west side of the mountain, actually by a couple of long switchbacks, and came out about at the western summit. And then he followed the tableland out across the mountain. And if you want to follow his original course, drive up to the western summit, go a little bit past it, and turn right onto Stryker's Road.
Right, I know Stryker's Road is.
Stryker's Road connects with Central Shaft Road.
Right.
You turn right, and you stay on that until it connects with, I think it stays Central Shaft, no.
There's a county road up there.
Yeah.
Anybody from Florida out
yeah,
there?
South County Road.
Yeah.
And, well, unfortunately, you can't follow it that way anymore. Last time I was up there, there was a blockaded road closed. But go back to, follow Central Shaft Road back to the modern trail and go down into Drury. And there is a point where South County Road crosses the modern trail. Well, you follow that to the left, and it goes out to around in here somewhere. And then, oh dear God, he went essentially, he ran out of tableland, so he went down an almost vertical path down into the Cold River Gorge.
Now the Cold River, that's the river that runs through Mohawk Trail State Forest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
And so you follow in the Cold River when you're on Mohawk Trail for a period of
Yes.
time? Okay.
Now, a lot of settlers didn't like the Hawley Road. Well, they liked most of it, but they didn't like that vertical climb. And just imagine this, you're traveling that trail west with an ox cart full of all your valuables, and you're going up that steep trail, and somewhere up near the top, your ox loses its footing and gets dragged all the way back down, where everything you own gets smashed into ruin, and the ox, which is probably worth at least everything else, is now just a pile of mangled beef.
Hamburger.
Yes. So eventually, Colonel Rice of Charlemont got permission to build a new road. And what he did was, instead of following the Cold River, he followed the Deerfield to a point that was essentially the same space where the tableland ran out. And he went up an even steeper slope, except that he went up in a series of switchbacks. So that, yeah, it was still a steep road, but
You didn't lose your ox.
that's right, or anything else for that matter. And that increased traffic on the trail so much that a man named Locke got permission from the state to open a house of entertainment, a house of public entertainment, essentially an inn, and he built it there in Locke's Grant, pretty much where those two roads came together. And then the stagecoach company started a road of its own, which follows the Cold River all the way into now what's the village of Hoosick Tunnel, and goes up the mountain by Whitcomb Hill Road. If you're going down that road, do not ride the brake. Shift into low gear and pump the brake all the way down. Keep in mind that the stagecoach company had a sign at the foot that read, "Walk up if you can," and some boys from Williams College put a sign at the top that said, "Ride down if you dare."
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Someday we'll have to do a whole segment on Mohawk Trail and have pictures, because they're just
Yes.
trying to talk now, and yeah, we could, all these places have good visuals. Bring out the picture again here. It's finished with this thing. I'm not.
Ooh, you naughty boy.
I lost it, hey? Can you get it back?
Yeah.
There it goes. Do we say everything about this? I can't remember if there's anything else in this. West End, West Shaft. Nope, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we've covered this one. So,
I took this picture because, I don't know, all of a sudden it dawned on me that you can actually see the path of the tunnel underneath that goes through the mountain. And that cut in the side of the mountain that you can see from current highway is the path of the Hoosick Tunnel. And that impressed me.
Now, when it gets up to the top, it deviates from the tunnel.
Yeah. And it doesn't go down the other side. You can't see
Well,
the other
actually,
side.
I shouldn't say that because the sighting shed that's up there is almost under those power lines.
Because I looked on Google Maps, and if you look on Google Maps, you can see the central shaft at the top, and you can see where the railroad or the tunnel is at the bottom. I was just so impressed by the fact that, hey, look here, you can see the Hoosick Tunnel.
Yeah, that's cool. And what do we have next?
This sign.
And this little darling is right next to Route 2, going down from Whitcomb Summit. And
How did they determine that? Well, I guess there's a way that determined that it was 160 feet below that point. But that's a great marker.
Of course,
I don't
by
know
the same token, I wonder,
who put that marker up. A great idea. I think, that.
I think it's probably the state.
Yeah.
But the thing that I wonder is, when they were starting the central shaft, I can understand how they positioned it. But then how did they know how far down they had to go? How did they know they weren't finishing early or late?
I know engineers, they must have all those measurements, and what those signal towers are all about. How they could plot it all out by mathematics and.
Yeah, and the other thing is, when you get down to the bottom of the shaft, remember you're going down in a steel bucket. You get down to the bottom, you don't have benefit of those towers anymore. How do you know which directions to dig in?
We'll have to get an engineer here, they'll know. And I wonder how long it took them to get down that 1,000 feet when they went down in those buckets. If that elevator probably was not that fast. You probably spent
No, not at all.
spent a half an hour traveling. I don't know. Well, maybe not that long. But.
Well, once the shaft was done, they put in a proper elevator. But just the same, that had to be a long, a long ride.
When you think you're in a skyscraper, in the big city, and how fast the elevators move, I don't think they had that technology to. But.
No, they did not. All right.
I think this is the end of my Hoosick Tunnel pictures.
Yeah, I don't see another thing to click on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's the end of them.
The end.
So, what are we going to go to next?
I got those pictures from the Library of Congress, actually,
North Adams?
Of North Adams and Mohawk Trail. Yep, there they are. They all show up, hey?
Yes, they do.
Because I thought some were TIFs and that they wouldn't show up. Bring one up. What's that one? That's interesting.
Yeah, this was obviously taken in the winter, and I'm guessing
Is that entering Charlemont? I don't know.
it might be Charlemont, it might be up in Florida.
Because that's pretty flat. That's and open. I can't think of where there's an open field on Mohawk Trail that's. These were taken by some, I'm assuming, a Depression era, arts benefit program guy who went out and told him, go take some photographs, and he's taken several winter ones. There's some more winter ones coming. There's a great winter shot as we get to it of the North Adams train station.
Now, I do know that up on the mountain, property owners along the way were responsible for shoveling out the trail in the winter. And I've seen a photo, hopefully I still have it somewhere, of a line of cars that looked like Model Ts driving along, and the snow was almost up to the top of the roofs.
Well, I know the Mohawk Trail was closed during the winter for a few years in the beginning, and until they widened it and flattened it and paved it, that they could actually have a plow go through. I forgot when the first winters they were able to get through, probably well into the 1920s. I mean, the Mohawk Trail opened up in what, 1914?
Yes.
Next slide.
All right, I would say this is near the hairpin turn, because I recognize the cliffs there and the ice.
But look at the big mountain in the background. Is that still?
Well, don't forget, it doesn't go straight up the hill. It curves.
I think this could even be closer to Charlemont again, after Dead Man's Curve. And that could be more so, because I think later on we will see Hairpin Turn. Oh, there's the picture I was telling you about.
Yes, Union Depot.
It's so imposing, that great tower. That's a crazy, I don't know who designed that.
And it's a shame that was torn down.
Yeah, they just had no respect for good architecture. And that passenger car almost looks like the passenger car that the Berkshire Scenic Railway uses. It has that curved edge and well, this is about 1940 these pictures were taken.
Yeah, I can see the engine, but I can't tell if it's steam or diesel.
You can enlarge these, can't you? Can you
Uh,
try? Yeah, cool. Okay, this is Union Street.
yes, it
The
is.
building on the right is ready to come down, isn't it? Isn't it about to?
Yes, the roof collapsed,
Yeah.
and so it's just the wall standing there waving in the wind.
Yeah.
Now, something I find especially interesting here are not only the two bridges going across, but this tower in the background.
Yeah, make it bigger.
That is, pardon me. Yeah, that is the original Eclipse Mill,
Oh.
which had a nice clock tower on it. And that came down at some point. And I must confess, I don't know when. I have a lot of research to do.
Yeah, and that's, what do they call that place? Oh, the Eclipse Mill, they call it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Eclipse Mill.
And there's,
And then later on, this section over here became the Delftry Mill.
right, they grew mushrooms.
And I remember working there when it was Hunter Outdoor Products. I don't believe they were any relation to our hunters.
Oh, Hunter Machine? Yeah, no, they weren't. Now, were these mills both owned by Arnold Print Works, or were these independent, you know?
They were owned by Arnold Print, and Arnold Print did the expansion from this original mill down this way, and then this section over here.
And this is strictly, this is definitely a cotton mill, right? A textile
Yes.
mill, yeah. I know someone who has an apartment, or I was in their apartment in the Eclipse Mill, who has the door to that walkway. It's it's in the wall. You can tell where the door used to be. I think it's this first one. I don't know. I don't think it's that second one.
Yeah, I think Sprague took those out.
Oh, so Sprague owned that, operated? Oh, yeah, they did.
Oh,
didn't they?
yes.
Is that the winding? I think my mother worked in that mill.
Yeah, well, when Chuck Cahoon was alive, he told us once that when he was a kid, he'd be driving with his parents, and they'd go down this street, and all you could hear going through there is the looms clacking away.
Brick canyons, boy, we had them here.
And this,
Yeah, I don't know whether these are just shots along the Mohawk Trail. This looks like it's
yeah, this is over in Charlemont,
Typical.
or even further east.
if this still exists. And look at on the right. There's a signpost with it's illuminated, but there's no sign on it. So this place must have been shut down, or oh, look at this. Something that says 1917 after the totem. Established in 1917. Okay.
Yes.
And what's soda? Pepsi.
Indian totem poles. Totem poles weren't used around here, were they?
Not at all. Yeah, they were just. This is all tourist stuff.
Yeah, and then there's the place with the teepee on it, and they didn't use teepees around here.
Right. It's all.
Gas pump.
We were the Wild West, so they're trying to imagine that we were got crazy Indians here. I'm intrigued by this building. It looks so familiar, and I don't know if it's local, if it's North Adams, or if it's something on the other side of the trail. It's a
I'm
unique
guessing
building.
it's somewhere on the other side of the trail.
But
I don't ever remember seeing it around here. And maybe along the trail, I just haven't been paying close attention to it.
But look behind it, that hill with all the houses on it. So it's somewhat fairly populated. It's another unique looking building architecturally. The fan lights over the door and up in the attic. And then next to it, a place with a gambrel roof. That's also
Yeah, it might have been a
architecturally
barn
unique.
originally.
Yeah, also. If anybody's out there that recognizes this place, call in, tell us.
And while you're at it, please call in about our mystery photo. Actually, you probably use this for the mystery photo, except that I don't know what it is either.
It's a real mystery.
All right, this
springtime.
is Whitcomb Summit.
Yeah?
Yeah, before they really developed it.
You think so? Yes. So is that what do you call it? The mountain in the background is where the
wind
roof
generators are.
Ah, the people in Blue Vista Motor Lodge would be interested in this then, if that's the case.
Yeah. Pure maple sugar,
still
butternut fudge.
Selling fudge and maple sugar. Boy, that was Mohawk Trail's stock in trade.
Yeah, and then of course there's that place.
And that's cider. I bet you they got cider down there in the front. You think that's?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, maybe that's some.
No, that's syrup.
That's maple syrup. Okay. How about on the other side? Is that all that? That's a lot of syrup they're selling. See, that looks.
Honey.
Oh, honey. Okay. And you can buy a little white
You
church
know,
with a steeple.
that would have been a golden opportunity when I said, honey, for you to say yes, darling.
You feed me
Or
these
am I
lines.
the only one stupid enough to think such a thing?
You feed me these lines, but I do not eat.
I'll keep pitching them and you keep sod stepping them. All right.
This is a typical
Ooh,
scene.
fruit stand.
What's he selling? All apples. Or is that a sack of, yeah, that's all apples. Or the
All apples.
onions. You got some pumpkins up there.
And look at that wagon.
Good, yeah, it's a the original beach wagon with the wood frame, with the wood, and I bet you there's cider in that barrel.
Yeah, it looks.
Since you're selling apples.
Yeah, cider.
So this must be autumn. And, oh, look at it. It says this license plate is 41 when the Library of Congress said these pictures were taken in 1940. But if anybody recognizes these people, I doubt it. There's another place I don't.
Parking, drive in.
Mohawk Park. Oh, this could be the Mohawk Park restaurant. Is this really?
Mohawk Park restaurant.
Just
Now, if
That
Mohawk Park is the one that I'm thinking of,
yeah, that's across from the Indian. Isn't that called Mohawk Park, where the Indian is?
Yeah.
The bronze Hail to the Sunrise.
that could be. Okay.
I never thought. I'd have to look at that building again. It is. I thought it had a low flat roof. Maybe that replaced this. It's now there's a campground there and beautiful car. What is that? Is that a? I can't.
I don't know what it is, but I
yeah.
want one.
Very nice. That's out of my knowledge.
In fact, a member of our board would probably like that too if he could get it.
Yeah. Once again, if there's anybody out there who recognizes that model and make, could be a DeSoto.
And who owned it?
Free parking. They were actually charging for parking somewhere?
Okay. No idea where this is supposed to be.
You don't think it's North Pond? Is it?
No, I don't. North Pond.
What other
I've been
body
to
of
North
water
Pond,
is up there?
and it strikes me as. This strikes me as being too big to be North Pond.
Where else on Mohawk Trail is there a pond this big? I worked up at North Pond for a whole summer back in 1974. It sure looks like North Pond. And wait, there's more. There's another picture here that's coming up that definitely looks like
right.
North Pond. That right there, doesn't that look like
Yes, it does.
birch trees? Those classic picnic tables are built like something or other, brick houses. Birch trees.
Somehow it doesn't look as inviting as the earlier picture.
Right. And look at, they got rubbish painted on the barrel. They won't, just to make sure you know that it's rubbish.
Well, you know, this puts me in mind of, I think it's Historic Valley State Park. In Charlemont. And it's when you're driving along the Cold River, there's a large picnic area and a swimming area. And when I was a little kid, the only thing that made sense to me was it's the place where the water comes out of the pipe. You know, and there is a pipe running water into it. And I remember wading in the stream one day, and I came across a big drain. That's where that pipe starts. And of course, in the winter, they open the valve and drain that pond.
Oh.
In the summer, they close that valve, and the water running in from the river fills it up again. And this is the western summit, I'm pretty
You
sure.
think so? I thought it was
Yes.
that the one on the other end of the trail, looking over Greenfield.
That could be. That could be.
The
Yeah,
Western
because
Summit.
that tower is still there, but this tower looks like it's on top of the building.
Yeah, that one wasn't it? And that one by Greenfield. Yeah, blow it up. See if there's any.
Antiques, hot dogs, bacon, ooh,
Wow, it's
pottery, camping.
maples, glasses.
Yeah, it's definitely built on top of the building. But the one over in Greenfield, overlooking Greenfield, it's next to the building.
Oh, so there could be a third observation one somewhere that we don't know. Hey, there it is. It's Longview. There's the signage. And I'm pretty sure, blow up, yeah. Right. I'm pretty sure Longview was
Longview.
was overlooking Greenfield, but we got to look that one up. I got to bone up on our Mohawk Trail history.
Amen.
So hot dogs. What else does the sign say?
And bacon.
Bacon. I can't believe it. Maple syrup is still Maple Grove candies. Okay. Observation.
Observatory and gift shop, ice cream, cold drinks, and souvenirs.
Everything that a tourist would want.
Amen.
Well,
Oh,
this
that's
is
charming.
it's art. This is art.
Yeah,
A family of pumpkins.
of pumpkin heads.
Well, pumpkin bodies too. Those are big pumpkins in
Yeah.
their bodies with it all. Out driving the Mohawk Trail. V8. It must be a Ford. Yeah. It's a big car. That was a big cedar. There's no. It's a road. It's no roadster. It's a sedan. That man actually looks like he's a tribe member. He doesn't look white to me.
Well, yeah, he looks native to me. And the thing that I'm afraid of here is that this might be at, excuse me,
At
Mohawk Park.
Yeah.
Because the thing there is you look at the statue, you look at the fountain, and it has all these tribes that contributed to it. Not one of them were true Native American tribes.
They even opposed they was whites only, those organizations.
Yeah, it wasn't until about 1978 that they changed the rules and let people of color join.
Yeah. A little racism there on the trail. Blow up the people. They look great. Like women, this women, the poses.
Yeah, even up close he looks native.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's
My, they look fascinated.
They do. They get pearls. They got pearls and great hairdos. Man went out with a suit coat and a tie. Oh, she's got an apple. Does she? Tourist taking a photo.
Oh, with a
photo
folding
op.
camera.
He's fascinated.
And in shorts.
Typical tourists enjoying the Mohawk Trail.
Cigarette.
And then arms akimbo.
Yeah, these two actually look kind of bored. Well, no, this one looks bored. This one looks disapproving.
He must have been saying something radical. Oh, the wild ones.
Oh, yes.
Now this looks like the cabins at Mohawk Park
Yes.
also. Great motorcycle. God, that's a.
I'm guessing it's an Indian.
Probably, yeah. I can't imagine it being a Harley. Can't tell. It's big. Saddlebags. Biker boots. This is serious. These photographs are so good. I mean, there's such good focus and
Mm-hmm.
no helmet law yet.
Just you wait. And we have about 7 minutes to go here.
But who's counting?
Well, I am, because we have to reveal the mystery photo unless someone feels sorry for us and actually calls in.
Make a stab at the location of this, because I can't,
Grandview Cabins.
Steam heated.
Hot and cold water. Showers.
Yeah, what's the word there? Flush toilets.
Ooh.
No more. Do they have
Oh,
Wi-Fi?
bathtubs. Showers, bathtubs.
All the conveniences. Better than the conveniences at home.
A fake ice cream cone.
I assume this would have been torn down. I can't imagine if it's still
Yeah.
there.
Maple Grove overnight cabins. But again, it looks something like Mohawk Park.
They were just a cabin styles that they used
Yeah.
to. Oh, focus on that sign way to the right. Maybe that's going to give us a clue. No, not good enough focus. This is probably at low res. I probably should have checked these out at a higher res. You must know this place.
No.
It isn't the Baptist Church on Florida Mountain?
I don't think so. Well, it
It's got a
might be, but
cemetery
it
next
might
to it.
just as easily be the Marantha Chapel that's on the Mohawk Trail.
Yeah, Charlemont. Yeah, you're right. It could be that too. Got to memorize its architecture. All right, it's 5 minutes. If you're
All
worried-
right, one more picture. No.
Ma and Pa live there.
All right, Joanne, would you put us on again, please? We'll have to get back to this in 2 weeks. And let's see where we are. Yeah, we're there. All right, yeah, we have some more pictures we can get through. Well, no one called in about our mystery photo. Aren't you ashamed?
If
Go
not, you
stand
should
in the
be.
corner right now. All right, now you can come out and we will talk about this photo behind us. Put the photo in front of us, please. Thank you. Now, if you had called in, you might have guessed that this was North Adams' very first freestanding theater. If you would guess that, you would have been absolutely correct.
What year do you think it was built?
1895.
95, really that late? Okay.
Yes. It was built by the Father Matthew Total Abstinence Society. It was an organization something like the YMCA, except that it beat the YMCA to having a home of its own by 5 years.
And
At this point, the YMCA was still meeting in ballrooms.
oh, and didn't you have to be a member of this? You had to take a pledge that that liquor would never touch your lips.
I'm pretty sure you would have.
It was called the Father Matthew Total Abstinence Society.
Yes.
So you had to be a member. You had to not drink alcohol
Or smoke,
or smoke too. Yeah.
or do recreational drugs.
They had recreational drugs in those days. Mm-hmm. But now this we're looking at now is not a theater anymore, right? This
That's
is
correct.
Now,
The Father Matthew Society folded, in the early 20th century. Maybe it was getting too much for them to handle. It became known as the Bijou Theater for a while, and it was showing silent movies.
give it a location.
This was where Route 2 goes through North Adams.
The address would be Center Street, though, right? Is it?
That's right. It would be on what's now Center Street. What you want to do is go into the Center Street parking lot and line yourself up with the northeast corner of the Kimball block.
We only have a minute.
Do a 180, and you're looking at the front of the building.
And this picture now is the one of the 4 synagogues that used to be in North Adams.
That's right. This was the main one, and then it was demolished in the 1950s for urban renewal, and the Jews moved into the synagogue on Church Street.
Because you can see there's a menorah to the right, it looks like,
Yes,
and a pulpit to the left.
exactly. And that's the new photo. So back to us, please, Joanne. Thank you. Oh, that's so shocking. It makes me want to scream sometimes. So thank you very much for joining us. We will see you in 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks. Right here on Northern Berkshire Community Television with another exciting episode of
Porch Talks!
Have a wonderful evening.